Section 4 of Greece and Rome. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Sonia as the narrator.
Devorah Allen as Iphigenia.
Alan Mapstone as the chorus.
Phone as the messenger.
Monica as Clytemnestra.
And Thomas Peter as Agamemnon.
The World Story, Volume 4, Greece and Rome, edited by Eva March Tappan. Section 4. The Sacrifice of Iphigenia, by Euripides. Helen, the most beautiful woman in the world, had many suitors. Before she made her choice among them, they swore that they would always defend her from injury. Menelaus became her husband, but she was stolen from him by Paris, Prince of Troy. According to their oath, the former suitors set out to recover her from Menelaus. At Aulis in Boeotia, the chief Agamemnon killed a stag that was sacred to the goddess Diana. In her anger, Diana sent a pestilence and a calm. The soothsayer Calchas declared that the wrath of the goddess would not be appeased unless Agamemnon's daughter, Iphigenia, was sacrificed on the altar. Agamemnon sternly repressed his grief and sent for her, to wed Achilles, as he said. When the maiden first learned her cruel fate, she was overwhelmed with sorrow and pleaded with her father to save her, but at length she rejoiced that she was the one who would bring victory and glory to her country. The Editor.
Lead me, mine the glorious fate, to o'erturn the Phrygian state. Ilium's towers their heads shall bow, with the garlands bind my brow. Bring them, be these tresses crowned, round the shrine, the altar round. Bear the lavers which you fill from the pure translucent rill. High your choral voices raise, tuned to hymn Diana's praise. Bless Diana, royal maid, since the fates demand my aid. I fulfill their awful power, by my slaughter, by my gore.
Reverenced mother now, thus for thee our tears shall flow. For unhallowed would a tear mid the solemn rites appear.
Swell the notes, ye virgin train, to Diana swell the strain. Queen of Chalcis, adverse land, Queen of Aulis, on whose strand, winding to a narrow bay, fierce to take its angry way, waits the war, and calls on me, its retarded force to free. O my country, where these eyes opened on Pelasgic skies! O ye virgins, once my pride, in Mycenae who reside!
Why of Perseus name the town, which Cyclopean rampiers crown?
Me you reared a beam of light, freely now I sink in night.
And for this immortal fame, virgin shall attend thy name.
Ah, thou beaming lamp of day, Jove-born bright ethereal ray! Other regions me await, other life and other fate. Farewell, beauteous lamp of day! Farewell, bright ethereal ray!
See, she goes, her glorious fate, to o'erturn the Phrygian state. Soon the wreaths shall bind her brow, soon the lustral waters flow. Soon that beauteous neck shall feel, piercing deep, the fatal steel, and the ruthless altar o'er sprinkle drops of gushing gore. By thy father's dread command, there the cleansing lavers stand. There in arms the Grecian powers burn to march 'gainst Ilium's towers. But our voices let us raise, tuned to hymn Diana's praise. Virgin daughter she of Jove, queen among the gods above, that with conquest and renown she the arms of Greece may crown. To thee, dread power, we make our vows, pleased when the blood of human victims flows. to Phrygia's hostile strand, where rise perfidious Ilium's hated towers, waft, oh waft the Grecian powers, and aid this martial band. On Agamemnon's honored head, while wide the spears of Greece their terror spread, the immortal crown let conquest place, with glory's brightest grace.
Messenger, Clytemnestra, mother of Iphigenia, chorus.
O royal Clytemnestra, from the house hither advance, that thou mayst hear my words.
Hearing thy voice I come, but with affright and terror trembling, lest thy coming bring tidings of other woes, beyond what now afflict me.
Of thy daughter have I things astonishing and awful to relate.
Delay not, then, but speak them instantly.
Yes, honored lady, thou shalt hear them all, distinct from first to last, if that my sense disorder be not faithless to my tongue. When to Diana's grove and flowery meads we came, where stood the assembled host of Greece, leading thy daughter, straight in close array was formed the band of Argives, but the chief, imperial Agamemnon, when he saw his daughter as a victim to the grove advancing, groaned, and bursting into tears, turned from the sight his head, before his eyes holding his robe. The virgin near him stood, and thus addressed him: "Father, I to thee am present. For my country, and for all the land of Greece, I freely give myself a victim. To the altar let them lead me, since such the oracle. If aught on me depends, be happy and attain the prize Of glorious conquest, and revisit safe your country. Of the Grecians for this cause let no one touch me. With intrepid spirit, silent will I present my neck." She spoke, and all that heard admired the noble soul and virtue of the maiden. In the midst, Talthybius standing, such his charge, proclaimed silence to all the host, and Calchas now, the prophet, in the golden basket placed, drawn from its sheath the sharp-edged sword, and the sacred garlands round the virgin's head. The son of Peleus, holding in his hands bound the basket and the laver, circled round the altar of the goddess, and thus spoke: "Daughter of Jove, Diana, in the chase of savage beasts delighting Through the night, who rollest thy resplendent orb, accept this victim Which the associate troops of Greece, and Agamemnon our imperial chief, present to thee. The unpolluted blood, now from this beauteous virgin's neck to flow. Grant that secure our fleets may plow the main, and that our arms may lay the rampired walls of Troy in dust." The sons of Atreus stood, and all the host Fixed on the ground their eyes. The priest then took the sword, preferred his prayer, And with his eye marked where to give the blow. My heart with grief sunk in me, on the earth mine eyes were cast, When sudden to the view, a wonder, for the stroke each clearly heard, But where the virgin was none knew, aloud the priest exclaims, And all the host with shouts rifted the air, Beholding from some god a prodigy, Which struck their wondering eyes, surpassing faith when seen, For on the ground, panting was laid a hind of largest bulk, In form excelling; with its spouting blood Much was the altar of the goddess dewed. Calchas at this, think with what joy, exclaimed: "Ye leaders of the united host of Greece, See you this victim, by the goddess brought, And at her altar laid, a mountain hind? This, rather than the virgin, she accepts, Not with the rich stream of her noble blood, To stain the altar. This she hath received Of her free grace, and gives a favoring gale To swell our sails, and bear the invading war To Ilium. Therefore rouse, ye naval train, your courage To your ships, for we this day, Leaving the deep recesses of the shore, Must pass the Aegean sea." Soon as the flames the victim had consumed, He poured a prayer, that o'er the waves the host might plough their way. Me Agamemnon sends, that I should bear to thee these tidings, and declare what fate the gods assign him, and through Greece to obtain immortal glory. What I now relate, I saw, for I was present. To the gods thy daughter, be thou well assured, is fled. Therefore lament no more, no more retain thy anger 'gainst thy lord. To mortal men, things unexpected oft the gods dispense, and whom they love they save. This day hath seen thy daughter dead, seen her alive again.
His tidings with what transport do I hear! Thy daughter lives, and lives among the gods.
And have the gods, my daughter, borne thee hence? How then shall I address thee, or of this how deem? Vain words, perchance, to comfort me, in sooth to peace the anguish of my soul.
But Agamemnon comes, and will confirm each circumstance which thou hast heard from me.
Lady, we have much cause to think ourselves, touching our daughter blessed. For among the gods commersing, she in truth resides. But thee behooves it with thine infant son return to Argos, for the troops with ardor haste to sail. And now, farewell. My greetings to thee from Troy will be unfrequent, and at times of distant interval. Mayst thou be blessed.
With joy Atrides reach the Phrygian shore, with joy return to Greece, and bring with thee bright conquest and the glorious spoils of Troy.
End of section 4. This recording is in the public domain.